Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's look, it's gonna be this one right here. If you guys want to see how I came up with this look, just continue watching. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start by priming your eyelids. I'm gonna be using the Master Conceal. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just like a dime size, I guess, maybe, give or take. Put it on the back part of my hand. I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics brush. Just going to place it on there. Place some concealer on there. And I'm not going to set the concealer. I'm going to place it all over my eyelids. But I am not going to set the concealer. This is going to help because we're going to be using more like brighter, intense colors. So setting your eyelid with concealer before you do that helps it not to stain your eyelids, and it helps the pigmentation. Like, your colors are going to seem more vibrant if you set your eyes with concealer before you put the brighter colors on. So it's actually a really neat trick to help your colors pop just a tad bit more. Alright, so it's going to look something like this. I'm going to go in with my little beauty blender. It's already dampened, and I'm just going to dab on it. And all I'm doing there is taking the excess off. And it left me with a smooth surface. Alright, so now that we got your eyelids all primed and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dip into the E.L.F Dry Palette by MannyMUA. I'm going to go into the yellow right here. Go ahead and I'm going to dip into the yellow like I said, and I'm just going to put it in my crease line. So it's going to start looking something like this. I'm just going to keep packing on the yellow till you get to the desired shade that you're wanting. Alright, so the next shade we're going to dip into is going to be a red. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be using my Morphe 3502 palette. And I'm going to dip into the red. If I can open the damn thing. I'm going to dip into the red right here. And all I'm going to do is I'm using the same exact brush. I just cleaned it. Not cleaned it, but dusted it off. And I'm going to dip into the red. I'm going to put the red right underneath the yellow. Something like that. Alright, so once you get the red on and the yellow on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a little blending brush. Just going to work in circular motions. And when you're blending, blend out very lightly. And I'm just going to put these two colors together. Like so. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut the crease. This time we're going to do a full cut crease, not just a half one. Using the same BH Cosmetics brush that I used to put the concealer on earlier. Same way I did it earlier as well. Put the concealer on my back of my hand. We're just going to dig in. Cut this eye. Alright, so it's going to look something like that. Alright guys, so a step that I did while I was off camera is I got my little beauty blender and I just did this on my eyes, on both eyes. And I just did the same thing I did whenever I told you that when you're putting concealer on your eye, you just push this down. It takes the excess concealer off so your eye's easier to work with. So I did that while I was off camera when I was cutting both of my creases. Alright, so the next step we're going to do, we're going back into the Life's a Drag palette. This time, we're going to dip into the purple right here, using the same brush that we've been using. And I'm just going to place it out here on the outer. And then you're going to place it on the inner. Alright, next thing, we're going to dip into the pink, same Manny palette that we've been using. We're going to place it right over that, not over the purple, but close to the purple. It's going to overlap just a little bit, and that's okay. That's what it's supposed to do. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, right back into the yellow, same Manny palette. We're going to place it right here in the opening. Alright, so what I ended up doing on this eye is I went ahead and I added some white eyeliner on top of it right here. So, and this is the LA colors. We're going to see if it makes the yellow pop just a tad bit more. Because over here it popped, but I don't feel like it popped enough. So I put the white on this eye just to see if it's going to pop a little bit more. It just seems like that it just comes out like a little golden color on y'all's end, but on my end it's not a golden color. So I was trying to make it just a little bit more brighter on y'all's end, but I actually really like the way it came out. So like a more of a subtle yellow, but I really like it. Alright, so it looks a little something like this. I'm going to go back into my palette again. I'm going to dip into the yellow once again. And I'm just going to go over, lightly over, because I don't want to take away from the orange color that was created. I just want to give it just like a little pop. Of color. Normal, just lightly blend, because you don't want to take away the yellow that you just put up there, but you want to have them, I call it marrying each other. You want to have them together though. Alright, so for the under eye, I'm going to dip into the purple right here. Alright, so I took the purple on. Now the next one I'm going to go into is the pink. And I'm just placing it underneath the purple. I know it's hard for you guys to see, but my mirror is down here. So, and I try to look at it through the viewfinder and I can't see, so. Going back in with the beauty blender. I'm going back in with the brush, the blending brush. Just gonna lightly kind of blend those colors together. Kind of blend them out too as well. That way they're not so, you see the purple and the pink, they're more kind of blended together. So it looks like one color. Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my under eye. I'm going in with the shade Beat. And I'm also going to place this color right here in my inner eye. This color is super pigmented too, but I don't know, I just like that extra pop, so I add a little more than what, I mean, like, you don't have to add that much. I just like pop. So the next step is mascara. We're going to put on the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. Alright guys, so this is going to be my final look for today. I appreciate you all for coming and watching, viewing. Make sure that you do like and subscribe and turn on this little bell. That way you do get notified whenever I am live. Thank you all babes and have a good day. Bye.